D Magician 2500 presents. Today I came in from recording another D Magician 2500 video to find my special lady friend making something that I had never seen before and that I didn't even think existed. We'll call it caramelized onion tomato pie, but will hereinto be referred to as my special lady friend's famous tomato pie. Anyway, here's what I saw when I walked in, at which point I suggested we stop right there and document with some pictures so we could share with the world how to make this wonderful creation. To make my special lady friend's famous tomato pie, you will need the following: pizza dough, 1 onion, crushed red pepper, 2 cloves garlic, 1 large heirloom tomato, fresh picked basil, jar of pesto, olive oil, balsamic vinegar, garlic powder, cooking salt, and pepper. Before you start, preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. This will come in handy later on. Okay, step number 1. Make a homemade pizza dough or just buy it from the store. Either way, roll it out in your favorite shape, circle, rectangle, or triangle. Step 2. Cut up your large heirloom tomato. Doesn't matter how you do this, just stay consistent with your cuts and thickness. In this case, we cut the tomato into circles. Step number 3. Chop your basil into thin strips. Step 4. Pick out an onion and chop it. Step 5. Do the same thing with 2 cloves of garlic. Step 6. Saute the onion and garlic in a frying pan with some olive oil. Season with salt and freshly ground pepper to taste. After it cooks for a minute or 2, your onion should start to have that nice brownish caramelization color. At this point, add some crushed red pepper flakes. This will give your tomato pie the perfect amount of heat. Not overly spicy, but just enough to have a little kick. Step 7. Now that your onion mixture is complete, spread this out evenly over your pizza dough. Now this is the point where I came inside and saw the start of the creation. Here it is again. Step number 8. Take your jar of pesto and spread evenly as you can over the pizza pie. Step number 9. Add a nice tomato layer all over the pizza pie. Add it how you see fit, but spread it out evenly. Step number 10. Sprinkle the thin strips of basil over your tomatoes. Step 11. Flip over the tomatoes so that the basil is now underneath the tomatoes. If you don't do this step, your basil is subject to drying out and burning during the baking step. Step 12. In a separate bowl, mix some olive oil with some garlic powder with a ratio that works for you. Take that mixture and lather up the outside edge of the dough. This will give the tomato pie a nice crisp crunch after baking. Step 13. Grab your balsamic vinaigrette and shake it up well. Then, drizzle over your tomatoes as you see fit. We used a glaze, but if all that you have is the more liquid version of balsamic vinaigrette, this will work just fine as well. Step 14. At this point, the concoction is ready to cook. Go ahead and insert it into the oven. Step 15. Set a timer for 40 minutes. Carefully monitor the pie, however, as it bakes, to ensure that it does not burn. In our case, it only took about 25 to 30 minutes of baking. Step 16. Take it out of the oven. It's done! Now is the time to congratulate yourself on a job well done. Set aside the pizza for a few minutes before cutting it into more manageable pieces. Well, grab a plate, a beverage, and sit at the table to relax and enjoy. Best pizza you'll ever taste. And there you have it, the best pizza pie I've ever eaten. I hope you can make and enjoy it too.